Hey, hi everyone. This is a video about blind spot awareness of big vehicles. Recently, have been encountering multiple incidents of people losing their innocent lives just because of their lack of awareness about how big vehicles work and what all are the hidden dangers involved in their day-to-day life. Because mostly pedestrians are the ones who get affected by these kind of issues, wherein they do not really understand how a big vehicle operates. Once they see a vehicle and they see everything with their own eyes, they think that the big vehicle operators also can see them. That is not the case. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring this video out so that this awareness can be spread. As you can see in this particular image, the red boxes or the red illustrations that I've tried to put in here indicates the blind spot areas of a bus or a lorry or a tipper or any such big vehicle. Okay, so what this mean is, if you are in any of these spots around such a big vehicle, you are in blind spot of that particular vehicle's driver. Blind spot means the vehicle driver cannot see any objects in these areas. It may sound a little bit surprising because once you are in front of a vehicle, in front of a bus, you see a big windscreen and the driver is supposed to see in front. But the way he is sitting a little bit behind the windscreen, the height of the vehicle, the most of the opaque metal pieces that surrounds each of the doors, etc., etc., causes these many areas to be totally hidden from view of the driver. So if you are a pedestrian and if you are in this particular position, the bus driver cannot see you. Same goes with bikes. If you're in, not only bikes, even if it is cars trying to overtake or parallelly traveling with this vehicle, if you're in any of these spots, you are not visible to that big vehicle's driver. So what does that mean is you should not be in this area. Now, for a pedestrian, when the vehicle is stationary and if he or she is trying to cross the road, then there is a possibility of them being stuck at that particular position for a longer period of time than on a moving scenario where a car or a bike is trying to overtake this vehicle. Okay, so in case you're overtaking, make sure that you stay the least amount of time in these areas. So if you are trying to overtake and you cannot move past this area, please back off and wait for an opportunity to complete your overtaking maneuver. Or if you are in a position that you are able to see front and you can move forward, accelerate and complete your overtaking and move away from that situation as soon as possible. Okay. Now, without wasting much time, I'll just move on to a particular scenario which I'm of most important here. The blind spot induced accidents to pedestrians, especially children. Given the size of the vehicle, it need not be just a child or a small person, but it can happen to anybody. So if you are a pedestrian trying to cross in front of the vehicle, please do not do this way, because once you are in front of the vehicle in these areas, right, the driver cannot see you. And even if it hits you and if you fall under and if you're trying to make noise, trying to hold the vehicle, the momentum of such a huge vehicle is so large that the driver will not be even be able to identify that such a incident has happened. It need not be a person, even if the vehicle is hitting a car or a bike, there is a very high chance that the driver will not be even able to identify that such a resistance is happening, because the momentum of that big vehicle is so high that it will still keep moving forward. The only way or the only time that that particular driver is coming to terms that he or she had made that incident is when the obstacle is near its wheels. By the time it is too late for anybody, including that person, to make any reaction to save your life. So if you are trying to cross the road, what you can do is try and stop in front of the blind spot area. In front of the blind spot area. So I keep speaking about blind spot, blind spot. So the easiest way to identify a blind spot is for you to come near the vehicle and communicate with the driver of that large vehicle. When I say communicate, it is not an oral communication that I meant, but just try to see whether you can see that particular driver either through the mirror of that particular vehicle or directly. So if you can see the driver somehow, then that driver can see you. So if you cannot see the driver of a large vehicle, then that driver also cannot see you. Just put this as a very simple logic next time that you try to move around a big vehicle. Come, stop, try to see that that vehicle's driver can see you, and once he or she sees you, then move forward and proceed with your crossing. This way, it is a safe moment wherein you are making yourself visible to the driver, ensuring that that person can see you, and then make the cross. Please do not dash over and make the cross and put yourself in trouble. Thanks a lot for watching.